Lost cities. Atlantis. The legend of Atlantis dates back to 360 BC when the Greek philosopher Plato first des- described it. He said it was an advanced nation whose people lived on beautiful islands. According to Plato, Atlantis sank into the ocean in a single day and night of misfortune. People have searched for the city for thousands of years, but it remains lost. Lost cities are human settlements that became nearly or completely uninhabited. The locations of many of these places have been forgotten. However, these cities have interested people since before Plato wrote about Atlantis, and they continue to spark people's imaginations today. They offer a look into our own ancient past and the promise of new secrets to discover. Atlantis may still hide beneath the ocean waves, but other cities have been found and explored. The Lost City in the Mountains, Machu Picchu, Peru. High in the Andes mountain sits Machu Picchu. Only around 1,000 people inhabited the lost city of the Incas from roughly 1 AD 1450 to 1572. The Incas had no system of writing, so no one is sure what the city was used for or why the people left. Archaeologists still debate whether it was a regular village, a home for the ruler's family, or a religious sanctuary. The Incas cons- constructed the large buildings, walls, ramps, and more than 700 terraces without using iron, steel, or wheels. Many local people knew about Machu Picchu, but the city only came to the attention of the world in 1911. A local guide led Hiram Bingham, an American explorer, to the site. The lost city under ash, Pompeii, Italy. In AD 79, Mount Vesuvius erupted for 2 days, burying the city of Pompeii under 20 feet, 6 meters of ash. The city remained covered for almost 1,700 years before its discovery in 1748. The archaeologists' discoveries amazed people around the world. The layers of ash preserved the city, providing a window into how people lived during the Roman Empire. Paintings, shops, and old bits and pieces of people's daily lives remained untouched. The ash even formed casts around the bodies of those who once lived in Pompeii. Since its discovery, only about two-thirds of the city has been uncovered. So archaeologists have many more years of work ahead. The city of traders, the Great Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe. The Great Zimbabwe was the center of a trading empire in southern Africa from around AD 1100 to 1500. Evidence suggests that 12,000 or more people lived there at its peak. Artifacts found at the site include gold beads, bronze spearheads, iron utensils, and carved sandstone statues. Skilled builders carefully carved stones and set them on top of each other. The walls rose 32 feet 9.8 meter over the land. Archaeologists think the people left the city slowly as they used up all the natural resources. The giant ancient city, Angkor, Cambodia, at around 400 square miles, 1,000 square kilometers. Angkor in Cambodia was once the capital of a large empire. Around a million people lived there from AD 800 to 4000 to 1400, making it the largest city in the world at the time. Angkor had an advanced system for holding and carrying water through the city. Evidence suggests that people left when this water system became too large and fell into disrepair. Some archaeologists think invaders attacked the city, but no one knows for sure. However, the city was never completely empty. People live in Angkor today. The city has over 1,000 temples, including Angkor Wat, which is the largest religious monument in the world. The stone city, Petra, Jordan. The word Petra means rock in Greek. Is a good name for a city beautifully carved out of sandstone cliffs. The Nabatean people built the city, but experts aren't sure when. It was already a booming city in 312 BC when records show that the king of a neighboring country unsuccessfully attacked it. At the time, Petra was a trade center. Because it was built in the desert, it had a complex system for moving water that used pipes, reservoirs, and waterways. Archaeologists think an earthquake destroyed the water system, forcing people to leave. The discovery of new trade routes away from Petra may also have contributed to people leaving the city. Petra was known to the local people but wasn't visited by people from outside until 1812. Only a small part of the city has been uncovered. Most of Petra is still hidden underground. The city in the poem Troy, Turkey, the Iliad, an ancient Greek poem written by Homer, tells the story of the Trojan War. In the poem, the great city of Troy was under siege by the Greeks for 10 years. People had searched for the city for hundreds of years but never found it. Scholars thought Troy only existed in stories. That in 1871, an excavation in Turkey found the remains of a city matching the description of Troy. As archaeologists dug deeper, they found nine cities built one on top of another. The first city of Troy was built around 3000 BC. Modern excavations have found huge walls like these described in the Iliad. Most archaeologists agree that this is ancient Troy. However, they still debate which layer is the city described in the ancient poem. The search continues. Archaeologists and others have found many lost cities over the years, but others may remain hidden. Many countries around the world have their own stories about cities that have disappeared for one reason or another. The most famous of all, however, is still Atlantis. The search for the legendary city continues. It very well could be a story invented by a poet, but who knows? That's what they said about Troy. 1. Anchor, Cambodia. 2. Cliff Palace, Colorado. 3. Machu Picchu, Peru. 4. Petra, Jordan. 5. Pompeii, Italy. 6. The Great Zimbabwe. 7. Thonis Heracleion, Egypt. 8. Tikal, Guatemala. 6. Troy, Turkey.